In today's episode, Paula asks, what's working in social media in 2018 and what isn't? Really good question. This is a moving target, so this is being recorded towards the tail end of the year, but anything can change relatively quickly. So let's start with what's not working. Right now, today, things that aren't working are practices like being in broadcast-only mode, where you just kind of dump your stuff out there and hope somebody notices it. Unpaid social media only. This is not working in 2018. It has been working in quite some time. Social networks require you to invest actual dollars in them in order to get any kind of juice out of them. And fully automated only social media, also not working great. You can have partial social automation, but you can't do it all the way. There's simply no substitute for having a human doing at least part of the work in social media. We can dig into that in a second. So, what is working today? Number one, in your social interactions, in your social media work, stronger points of view matter. For good or ill, we live in highly polarized, very opinionated times. And as brands and companies, taking a position and having a very strong point of view does matter. It does get people to engage with you and to remember you. Somewhat unpleasantly, politics works really, really well, being an active participant in the discussions that are happening. It is extremely risky, but if you want to have social working for you, it is some of the best stuff, because it's the stuff people, I don't know if they want to talk about it, but they feel compelled to talk about it and participate in those discussions. Having positions and stances in general, taking a position on issues of the day, things that are like topics around social good, environmental, social and governance, the same things that are making people change how they invest in the stock market are also the things that get people to participate with you on social media. So ESG is the name of a particular subfield of investing, environmental, social, governance. People want to know the companies that they want to do business with are governed well and are using their money appropriately. They are paying attention to the environment, and they are paying attention to core social issues. So that's one of those things. When it comes to what the algorithms are doing right now, there is a tremendous focus on engagement, and particularly rich levels of engagement. So if you take the three fundamental actions people can take, like, comment, share, right? Whatever the like or favorite or fan or whatever you want to call that type of engagement, the little push the button is one. That's the weakest signal of engagement, because literally your cat could do it. There is sharing, which is when someone reshares your content. And then there's commenting, where someone actually types out a response to you. All of the algorithms, as of right now, tend to favor commenting. And so, to the extent that you can foster those discussions, you'll do better. I have seen, particularly on LinkedIn, the moment a post gets at least one comment, it starts to be seen by more and more people until you get a substantial amount of visibility. Paid is an essential part. Even if you're just boosting, one post a day, you need to be doing something with paid social media. One of the better deals, if Twitter's your network, one of the better deals is their $99 a month, promote mode. It's not bad. We've been testing it at Trust Insights now for a couple of months, and it's not bad. It relies on you posting content that people will find valuable anyway, but it does its job, and in terms of a consistent, always-on, easy-to-manage program, it's difficult to beat. Only if your audience is on Twitter. Your approach has to be holistic across channels. So one of the things that is important to do is to set down what each channel is for mentally, and then do that. So YouTube, which is where this video is posted, is very much the video channels where people go to watch videos. LinkedIn, their video capabilities right now are excellent, but LinkedIn is where people go for professional information. Facebook is where people go to connect with their friends and their communities and the groups that they're in. And so that's there's that functionality, and to yell at each other about politics. Twitter's where people go for the news. Instagram's where people go for images. So thinking about the media you create, if you want social to be really successful and you're willing to invest a lot of time and effort into it, you need to take a piece of content, an idea, and be able to split it up into all these different formats and then put them in the appropriate format on the appropriate channel. Now, I don't do this personally because I don't have time. And me personally, I'm unwilling to pay somebody to do that for me right now. I am working on some machine learning stuff to try and do that a little bit more, but for right now, I don't do that. Unless if I was running this for a company, I would absolutely say, yeah, this is how you need to divide up your content and have the same idea, but have a taking approach across channels, optimizing for each channel as appropriate if social was a key driver. Which, by the way, brings me to another thing. You need to absolutely positively be doing strong attribution analysis of social channels. One of the things that goes wrong when people do attribution analysis is they do it too clustered. And what I mean by that is that they say social media is a channel. Okay, let's figure out what's working in social media as a part of like search and referral and email. Social isn't a channel. Every individual network is a channel, and each network performs differently. So when you're doing your attribution analysis, it's really important to differentiate among the different channels. How does Twitter work for you? How does Facebook work for you? How does YouTube work for you? How does Medium work for you? And do it by source rather than social media. It's too difficult to get an idea of what's working from that broad grouping. So make sure you're doing your attribution analysis correctly. Finally, if you don't have a ton of time, go for what I would call the T-shaped media plan. You've all heard in marketing the T-shaped person, who's broadly good at a little bit of everything, but focused on one thing. So for you, if you don't have time to be good at every channel, pick one and say, that's the one. I'm going to be really, really good here. I'll check the box, acknowledging you're going to get terrible results on the things you're just checking the box on, but on the one that you're great on, double down on that, triple down on it, quadruple down on it until you're making stuff for that channel. So my two that I focus on, because the format favors it, are LinkedIn video and YouTube video. That's where my focus is right now, and I'm getting great results out of that. And I'm getting less good results out of things like Facebook. I'm getting almost no results, but I'm acknowledging. I checked the box on it to make sure that I'm there in case somebody looks, but it's not my focus, and as a result, I don't get the results. So, last thing I would leave you with is, unless you are dedicating a person to each channel, you cannot be good at everything. Because there's so much that's different about every single channel, and each channel has gotten so deep now that you need to have specialization. So you can't be an Instagram star and a Facebook star and a Google star and a Twitter star and a YouTube star. You have to be good at one place first and then branch out as you have the revenue and the awareness to support it. So that's what's working in social media at the end of 2018. Your results may vary, and I guarantee you in 3 months this video will be out of date, but these are things that are broader trends. So I would say most of them, particularly things like engagement and that T-shaped person, are safe bets for at least a year. As always, please submit your questions below in the comments, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.